Welcome back, adventurers. This week we showcase the ORC 57, that is reputed to be the fastest cruising yacht in the world. Join us as we discover how it can sail with ease at 20 knots and how their philosophy of simplicity, performance and fun merge to create this unique boat that is a niche within the niche of performance catamarans. We are John and Ali, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world, because life is better barefoot. Walking onto the ORC, I couldn't shake the sense of familiarity. It felt like stepping onto a scene from the past, reminiscent of Alberdash, the performance boat John meticulously crafted over a quarter of a century ago. The ORC exuded a lightweight, spacious aura, delicately balanced between functionality and minimalism, and even a zenish feel. Its interior, clean and uncluttered, hinted at the discerning buyer, perhaps someone deeply entrenched in the realm of speed. I reminisced about the perks of such a vessel and ease of manoeuvrability, the ability to glide effortlessly, even in light airs. The ORC promises a thrilling ride, akin to a rocket slicing through the waves, albeit accompanied by the symphony of hull noise at higher speeds. Yet, the beauty lay in the choice that one could always opt for a slower pace, savouring the journey as much as the destination. But for those daring enough to experience it firsthand, the ORC offers chartering adventures across the Mediterranean and the Caribbean, or a transoceanic crossing. Renowned as the fastest cruising boat globally, it beckons enthusiasts to test its limits and share their impressions. So let us know what you think in the comments. Many thanks to Pierre and the team for the enlightening tour.
Nice to meet you, John. My name is Pierre-Yves Paulin, and I'm the brand leader at ORC, which is a catamaran brand. We just joined Grand Large Yachting Group 6 months ago. And so the boats are still the same, but the vision, the mission and the ambition is a bit different. So this is ORC 57, hull number 3. We have a fourth one in preparation for the next months. So it's the same boat, 1, 2, 3, but then the layout and the setup is a bit different. We have a French owner here today, and the funny story is that this person will be retired in 3 years from now. He wanted the boat now. So he said, I have not the time to sail her, but I want her now. So he created a charter company, and he has equipped the boat with a charter setup, so that more customers will be able to enjoy the sailing on this ORC, and in 3 years from now he will get the boat back and start his circumnavigation. So if you know the range, we used to have a 42, but it's not in production anymore. We have a 50, which is a bit smaller, designed by Christophe Barrault. This one is specifically designed by Marc Lombard, late Mr. Lombard, but the teams are still in. And it's a very Lombard design. You can see it from the outside with the volume that has been added in the house, especially in the 4 peaks. We have an extra volume, adding of course stability, but also safety and fantastic for accommodation, space and storage and everything. We are a niche in the niche. I think the performance catamarans are a niche. When you see all the big players are more on the comfort side. So performance catamarans are a niche. And we are a niche in the niche because our DNA is very much focused on simplicity. So simplicity, when you don't have tons of equipment and washer dryers and flat TVs in all cabins, you come up with a light boat. And if it's light and stiff, then you turn wind power into acceleration and performance. But it's not performance being the priority. It's Christophe Barrault at the beginning wanted to have a very simple boat. Simple to sail, simple to maintain, simple to clean. So you know, when you have all this luxury at home, when you go sailing, you just take your stuff with you and go sailing, and you have to to keep it fun, and sensation come from this lightness and stiffness. But it's a sandwich, vinyl ester sandwich.
So some of the other ones were all carbon, were they?
By default, you have the carbon cross and beam. You have some carbon bulkheads, and you can have as much carbon if you want. You have to find a balance, and this is a good example because, as a charter boat and as an owner's boat, it's the cursor is not very much on the performance, like extra performance, because by definition they are performance. It's more on the comfort. I've been selling the boat. It's already very, very fast. That's because it's fast cruising, and we have the very fast cruising. It's very customer-driven approach. I think what our clients have in common, even if they are different from the US, from Europe, you have some cultural effect as well. They like simplicity, and they think that at some point when you go sailing, it has to be fun, back to basic fun, and this fun and the sensations comes from somewhere performance. So again, how do you achieve this performance? You come with simplicity, lightness, performance. Simplicity, let's go and have a look inside.
Wow, look at the space in here. And the head height. There's so much room.
That'll be the headroom.
The headroom.
You have two signatures, I think, here in this living area. The first one is you can see the fibers. Some people say, "Oh, can you please hide this or put some clothing or whatever?" Our customers like it like that. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or whatever. It's of course we can hide it,
But it's easy to clean?
normal, absolutely. And the second signature that we have, originally from Christophe Barrault, it's like the watch. You can have an app, you can sail at night, and you can still see around. It's very comfortable. You can have the kids maybe here. But if you're here, you're close to action, navigation, chartable. You can go outside and still sheltered.
I think that's a really great idea. If you've got this much space, why not?
We have different options for the kitchen, U-shaped kitchen or this one. And the owners ask us to have this display with the seating outside. Usually you have a 3-panel opening. You have textile blinds. You don't have to have a hard door. I mean, you can have just this big aperture and some textile. In some climate, it's quite useful.
So this is induction plus gas?
Induction plus gas, which is a really good option because if you run out of gas, which happens to us quite often, you've got your induction there. If you've got not enough power, of course you flick over to the gas, and of course you've got your gas oven. But I do like the black.
This is drinking water.
A lot of fridges and everything. You can think about charter activity. You need a big water maker, and you need fridges to make sure that your customers are happy and not thirsty.
Wow, that's a nice deep freezer. Woo. So if you have a look, everything is quite simplistic, but it's finished off very beautifully. Of course, being white makes the place look even bigger and brighter, so it's very beautiful. Lots of windows, lots of ventilation. There's a non-slip treads there. Plenty of storage space. Even though it's minimalistic, you've still got the storage space where you need it, like for the nav station.
By default, the owner's version has the portside hull dedicated to the owner's suite, so it's like huge. And this is a 4-cabin version for the charter purpose with the skippers and mate accommodation in the fore.
Oh wow!
Okay. So this is an aft cabin. You can have it for you as a couple.
Yes.
But in the monohouse, these boats that are heeling.
Yes.
Usually you have it to make sure that you can sleep at night and do not fall on the floor. This is just used to separate some sleeping areas. Maybe you would have kids, that would have fun with that. So imagine the owner's version where the entire hull is dedicated to you with a huge bathroom with 2 sinks and a shower room. For safety, the escape hatches in the front cabin.
Let's go downstairs and have a look at the owner's cabin.
I mean, this is like a king-size bed.
Yeah, it's a huge bed.
He was talking about the volume of the boat, and you can actually see the flare of the hull to create that extra volume inside. Isn't that dramatic?
Yeah. Plus the ceilings are really high.
So that's pretty high.
It is. If you're pretty much 6 foot, then you can see how much higher that is.
This is a really big toilet. So this is the daggerboard case. So they have a sealed locker here, but you can get in there to clean it or check your daggerboard at lower levels, which I think is fairly amazing. Nicely done electronics, very tidy. Oh, they've got a divider material to split this bed into 2 singles with clips on the roof. PVC pipes carrying the electronics.
Hi guys, thanks for watching, and if you're new to our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, we're encouraging you to subscribe because we really wouldn't want you to miss out on all the exciting stuff we have coming up in the future.
And that'll also help us get the videos out to more folk as well. So go ahead and do it right now, guys.
Make it happen.
So of course, another signature from ORC.
Outside seat, yeah.
Please, I'd like you to sit in and tell me what you feel, how you feel. Now I'll give you this, and we are all set. So you can see the whole side. So it's when you're going upwind or it's really something. So we have the optional wheel, you know, and most of the customers say, "Oh, can I have it with wheel?" Yes, of course, it's optional. I have the 3D renderings. But every time we had this request from the beginning, once the customers have tried this version, they say, "Okay, forget about the wheel handle." I go, it's having this kind of feeling and sensation on such a big boat. But you are just in direct relation with the rotors. You can feel the vibrations, and it's unique. Something you would not expect on such a big boat.
It looks very
so much
sleek.
fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. I've been sailing upwind on this boat. 22, 25 true wind speed. Okay. 60 degrees from true wind angle. Around 30, 35 apparent wind angle. I was sailing at 17.3. I have a video of that. And at some point I could not realize my speed. I could feel something in the I say, wow, man. And I check the number. I say, okay, I understand. No, but just like in some cars, you're driving fast without realizing. Again, what I said, simplicity and performance, and that comes from the sensation and the fun. It must be fun. You can see through the windows. Okay, so near from the helm, you don't need to ask these people to move or please give me room. You have a chilling out area for friends or non-sailors. We have here the daggerboards, up and down, and the Genoa trimming. As you see, we have a 3D trimming system with the colors. It could be seen as a gadget, but once you've tried it, again, it's so much fun, and you're getting this extra knot in, out, up and down. And from the position that I have here, you can really see it's the best position to see the shape. So you have your trimming just in line with your sail, and you can see the difference immediately. This space, I like it as well, because you have everything. all the halyards, you also have the reefing system, and that's important. Actually, I was one of the first to ask for an optional reefing system going back at the helm station, but then I tried to reef myself, and I found it very easy and much easier from here. I can see where I am in the reefing process. I have the clutch here, everything is here. On this kind of boats, at some point you need anticipation. So you're not waiting to be in the middle of the storm to say maybe we should go reefing. Even though you need to do that because you have an unprompted gale or gust or whatever, you just go downwind or upwind, you slow the boat down, and you would actually reef here much faster, definitely easier and faster to do it from here, and then go back at the helm or ask your friends. I can see my friends, okay, reefing, okay, you can bear off and let's continue sailing. Okay. My wife would be at the helm, I would be there.
All right. Okay.
Managing the reefing. Easy. Here we have storage for the dive tanks, and on starboard we have the captain's accommodation on top of the 4 cabins that we already checked. Quite basic sails, but you have a whole range to cover any kind of weather system. Maybe that's the last thing I can share with you, because really part of the philosophy of these boats is to be able to sail when the others are motoring. From 6 knots through wind speed, you can start sailing, and you would be sailing at 5 knots. It's just magical, you know. It's not only good for the planet, but it's good also for the sensation, because you're still trimming and playing with it. It's part of the fun, no? And the carbon cross as well. The mast comes from Lorima. We are neighbors in Lorient, you know. In the city. And originally, few people know that Lorima was created by Vincent Marcedon. And Vincent Marcedon is Sam Marcedon's brother.
Oh, really?
The shipyard founder.
Okay.
So the two brothers were working, sharing the same facility.
Right.
So we're still neighbor with Lorima, but it has been sold to Wishart.
Okay.
It's the same philosophy. The carbon mast world leader, brother with the shipyard's founder.
Wow. Solar MPPT. Everything's nice and easily available around here.
Definitely above 10 knots, and I would say average. I don't like the average, but between the starting sailing speed, as I said, from 6 through wind speed, you can have a 5 speed over ground, up to 25 and plus, but then you become a bit sporty. So the average would be 12. If I have to give you a number, I would say 12, without any problem, really, and without realizing that you're sailing at 12.
Without spilling your coffee.
Absolutely. No, it's coffee, no problem. Tea works as well. No, but last thing is maybe that this performance again is achieved without any huge effort. You don't need to be a super sailor to do that, and it's paramount for us. It is achieved in total safety. Some of our customers used to do, stupid things with their boats because they thought it was a racing boat. No, it's cruising. We're cruising boats here. And if you need more safety, we have all the security system, the upside-up systems. We now put it in standard, so there's no question. You can, modify the parameters and say, I want to ease my traveler or my Genoa sheet when the winds goes higher than this value. So you define your level of safety. But
more volume in the bows, so that's presumably gives you much more safety for pulling the bow up if you
Absolutely.
dive.
It's funny you mention that, because when the boat starts to accelerate, it will go on her bottom. So the bows will go out of the water.
Yeah.
It's still good for stability, lateral stability, but it's really like like a Mustang would go on her back. It's so easy to go through the waves, and
Is it sitting on the stones and planing easily?
very easily and very fast actually. It goes faster and faster.
Oh, you would,
and then, like a comfortable position, the boat's planing on her back.
What is the weight of the boat?
This
57.
boat is 13 tons, all equipped, but it's out of the shipyard. It goes at 11.9 tons
sure.
for a 57
Okay.
feet.
Very light.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Again, simplicity, lightness, performance. 1.625 plus taxes, euros, and then you have this model, as it is equipped with quite an extensive option list, is at 2.3.
What's the new philosophy for ORC?
It's using our skills and what we did from the past to align with Grand Large orientation for cruising. As I said, you could race with these boats because they are very fast, but their DNA is definitely cruising. And Grand Large Yachting has established its reputation on cruising. So the plan is that if you want to have a very well-equipped, cozy, comfy cat, you would probably go for an Outremer, okay? 40, 52, 55, they are very nice boats. If you're more on the simplicity side and sensation and performance, you would opt for an ORC. But in both cases, these cats are done for cruising, extended range. You can go around the world. If you're more in simplicity, our ambition is really to say, hey, we are here. Don't get embarrassed with equipment and have hassle with maintenance and everything. We have the basics, but all you need is here. You know, this philosophy of stay simple, keep it kiss. You know, keep it simple, stupid.
And so the other thing about Grand Large is you have this amazing support services or teaching of all your owners.
It's called Grand Large Services. So you have brokerage, you have training for newcomers or even for experimented sailors actually, and you have all this maintenance after sale. So it's really part of the group. Is you don't only sell a product, don't look further. Our product is delivered with a service. You see, that's pretty unique as well.
Yeah, it is. It is fantastic. I've seen some of the stuff that you guys produce, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's the full range of how to go sailing around the world, isn't it? As well as you do a round the world cruise that you provide.
The rally. And that was the extension of that is when you start training and you cover the whole range of needs. When you see the average level of people attending the rally, they're pretty much on the beginner side, you know, but they feel super confident. They gain confidence because they're surrounded by expert professionals and people ready for maintenance, service, just extra tips, you know, and it's very important. The next big one is in 2 years.
Okay, fantastic.
So it gives you time to prepare everything with your boat.
Good.
Okay. Orient. Same, and now Outremer is using this facility to build Outremer 55.
Okay.
So the same facility, is an industrial facility, is used for both brands.
Look, thanks very much, Pierre. That's a really great tour and it's a wonderful boat.
Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you.
You've been great. You're a star.
I did my best.
No, we really appreciate your time, and you better get going because you've got boats to sail.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of an exciting way to save lives around the world, join our Patreon family and get up close and personal with us.